I want to drop in with this need and truth message for today. However, I would like to greatly appreciate you for your time, and I hope you're having a good start to your Friday. However, let's just talk about something today. If you've been feeling very restless, confused, conflicted, lost, or even in between, and a lot of other emotions that are very much triggering your sensitivities, your emotions, everything feels so intense and heightened, this video is for you, and I greatly appreciate you for your time. Now, if you've been feeling this energy and not too sure what to do, and you feel like you have to make some sort of massive, crazy decision, I want you to really sit with yourself for a moment here and really reflect and sit with your emotions and do not try and escape or make a wild red button decision, and more so let the universe, rather you believe in God or not, rather let's not make this a religious thing, a battle between which religion is right or wrong, but more so realize the pattern. And the pattern of today that you could get kind of lost or stuck into or pulled back into, as we're all very much feeling this very intensely, is trying to outrun discomfort, trying to outrun instead of listening to it, feeling it, surrendering, release it. Rather, it's something that you know that you're telling yourself a false story, that's an illusion, that's all made up, instead of the story that's from the divine, from the universe, from spirit, from God, your higher self, even. And you're just running off this narrative and illusion that rather you have conditioned yourself or have been so conditioned and programmed on a societal level as well that it's keeping you more blocked, more triggered, more hypersensitive, more lost, full of discord, vanity, anger, rage, excuse me, a wide range of emotions, to say the least. And I want you to really sit with yourself and take a time out of your day, whether that's you want to work out, exercise, movement, going on a walk, playing a video game, something that feels very much your inner child is healing. Because this is a beautiful energy to really heal and release and see the other side. And what other sides? Let's take an example of a coin here. If you are so hyper fixated and hyper focused on only one side of the narrative, one side of the story that is an illusion, is a story that is from ego, pride, lack of integrity, lack of dignity, lack of spiritual awareness, spiritual healing, and the work, because that's when people get lost. That's when people aren't manifesting. And here's the thing, you've been manifesting since day one. Breathing air is manifestation, okay? Now, it's, hey, do you want to manifest some more outside of that? Yes, there is that nature, but you cannot get to that point unless you see the other side of that coin, that spiritual, connective receptivity to the divine, God, your higher self. Doing the inner spiritual work is what's going to give you every other factor into manifestation. Rather that's love, rather that's career, rather that's finance, rather that's abundance, rather it's whatever you could imagine, and more, because it's not coming from an ego space that is wounded or so hyper fixated on one narrative, one story only. And underneath it all, you need to stop distracting yourself. Stop trying to run to the next situationship. Stop trying to run to the next fling. Stop trying to run and avoid the work that is needed for you to truly see the vision, truly see your dream life, truly live an abundant, beautiful life that you desire so deeply. And we have been programmed and conditioned on a societal level because of XYZ and the internet. It feels like, you know, so much of the negative is so broadcasted because that's keeping you stuck in a loop, a pattern, a cycle to diminish the work that is needed, to diminish your grace, your love, compassion, humility, because the truth always prevails. The truth always comes out, no matter how long it may take, no matter how fast, no matter X, Y, Z, the truth always prevails. And I ask you to, throughout your day, sit with yourself. Those sensitivities, those emotions that really start to rise, sit with them. Sit with the discomfort, because that's what's going to help you actually hear, listen, feel, and apply forward to surrendering, to letting go, to letting the universe, God, really click that red button for you. Because a lot of people are going to try and click that red button out of a place of hurt, ego, pride, lack of integrity, lack of substance, lack of connection to the other side of the coin reference that I mentioned here. And you don't need to go into that loophole right now, because a lot of people are going to make a crazy decision thinking that they should just restart from a fresh piece of paper and think that they can create their life like this. And I know artificial intelligence, advanced technologies, but you have to understand it takes time to learn and actually apply things to actually create. You don't want to just create something so fast and it's just nonsense, it's just bullshit, doesn't have any value, any substance, any service to, you know, the collective. And, you know, give me a second. Drinking coffee is pretty early, so I would like to also thank you for your time. Hope you're having a good day, and make sure you subscribe. But you know, there's a need for you to ask yourself the important questions instead of running from them, instead of avoiding them. And we are all doing this because if you look and reflect the last month, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen the last month. A lot of people, processing things differently, not really being able to show up the way they usually do or the way you want them to. And it's like, in my own aspects in life, that it's like, yes, you may want someone to show up because you feel so isolated, you feel so lonely, you feel like you just want to time out. And those things are necessary, but you have to also be compassionate, loving, and understanding that everyone is feeling this in their own way. So there's a need of understanding, of compassion, humility, and empathy from a true space. Because once you're in that true space, then it's like communication starts to pick up, things start to, show up for one another. And it's like we just really need to pull each other, but most importantly, pull yourself individually out. Because if you can't help yourself, you cannot help anyone else. And that's a fact. So, don't be too harsh, be too critical, don't be too, you know, hyper fixating on someone, something, or even yourself about how you're not showing up or XYZ, the list goes on, right? And more so just be willing to see or feel and receive the truth. And instead of avoiding it and thinking that's an illusion of comfort, of security, of safety, that bubble is going to burst, okay? And I ask you to do a thing or two. Rather, it's a simple sit down talk conversation with yourself, gratitude, expressing that to somebody you care or love for, giving them a call, just really chilling out. Do something that makes your inner child feel youthful, healed, and, really connected, grounded, and secure through a time of discord. But you don't want to engage with your own type of throwing a snowball effect of discord, vanity, rage, ego, pride that is wounded, that's hurt. And I know, whether or not you're subscribed to me or have seen my other reaction videos, and I want to pivot and really take it to a deeper route of more on mission, more on purpose, more connected to my mission and journey, but providing value and service to those that resonate, those that are willing to connect, be a community, build and expand on a deeper surface that is rooted in spiritual work, spiritual healing, spiritual love and abundance, and not that it's all love and light, because there's highs and lows that we all experience, and there's going to be mistakes, fuck ups, and things that we either take us a while to learn and apply the lesson forward, or the actual wisdom and knowledge and moving forward and applying that to have a more free, expansive life. That's what I want to do, but don't think that the dating reactions are going to be gone or the reaction videos in general are going to be gone. I'm just going to approach it in a different space, in a different way that engages various levels that are, in my opinion, more of providing the full plate of substance and potency and value and entertainment instead of just half the plate. And if you are wanting to join that journey, I would greatly appreciate it. The subscribing, turn post notifications on, like, comment, share, and different things that you want to talk about or want me to approach and talk about. But this need and truth type of message, I would like for this to be daily, and I'm still learning how I want to create the structures of certain series, shows, episodes, and podcasts even. So if you made it this far and you're listening, I know this is a 10-minute video. I greatly appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day, a good morning, whatever the case it may be. And just really be gentle, kind, and delicate to yourself as well as other people. And that is all I have for you for today's message. I will be posting another video or two. I'm still figuring out how I want to approach everything. But there will always be a daily video. And yeah, greatly appreciate you for your time. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I know holidays are coming up, and whether or not you celebrate it or have a family, friends that you can celebrate it. If not, that's fine. I will be here. If you want to hang out, connect, watch videos, or I might start live streaming again and, connecting to my inner healing child and having fun and this, that, and the third. But yeah, hopefully have a great day. Enough of that. Peace.